Most people who decide to start investing make the exact same mistake. They find an investment they like, a stock, a fund, maybe a crypto asset, and they put money into it, and they feel good about it. They feel like they are finally doing the right thing. But what they do not realize is that where you invest matters just as much as what you invest in. Put the same money in the wrong account, in the wrong order, and you could be silently handing thousands of dollars every single year straight to the tax office. Money that could have been compounding for you instead. There is a specific, research-backed order for deploying your money that maximizes every dollar, and almost nobody talks about it clearly. My name is Thomas, and this channel is about finance, automation, and building real wealth through the strategies that actually work. If you are new here, welcome. Hit that like button right now and subscribe so you never miss a video. Today, we are going through the smartest, most efficient order to invest your money, step by step, so that every dollar you put to work is working as hard as it possibly can from day one. Let's get into it. Before we get into the order, let us establish the one principle that drives the entire framework, because once you understand it, the sequence makes perfect sense. The core principle: eliminate guaranteed losses before chasing potential gains. Every step in this sequence is built around one idea. Before you try to earn returns, eliminate the things that are silently draining your money with certainty. High-interest debt is a guaranteed loss. Missing an employer match is a guaranteed loss. Paying unnecessary taxes on investment gains is a guaranteed loss. The smartest order to invest is simply the order that eliminates those guaranteed losses first, then directs everything that remains toward maximum growth. Keep that principle in mind as we go through each step. The first step is to build a starter emergency fund. Before a single dollar goes into any investment account, you need a financial buffer underneath you. Not the full 3 to 6 month emergency fund yet, just a starter amount of $1,000 to $2,000 sitting in a liquid, accessible savings account. The reason this comes first is entirely psychological and practical. Investing without any cash buffer means that the first time an unexpected expense appears, a car repair, a medical bill, a home appliance that breaks, you will be forced to pull money out of your investments to cover it. If the market happens to be down at that moment, you lock in a loss. If you have to sell from a retirement account, you face taxes and penalties on top of it. The starter emergency fund prevents that from happening. It is the floor that protects everything built above it. The second step is to capture every dollar of your employer match. If your employer offers a retirement account contribution match, like a 401k match in the United States, contributing enough to capture the full match is the single highest return move available to any investor, bar none. Here is why. If your employer matches 50% of your contributions up to 6% of your salary, that is an automatic 50% return on every dollar you put in before it even touches the market. No investment on earth offers a guaranteed 50% return. Passing up the employer match to do anything else with that money, pay off low-interest debt, invest in a taxable account, keep it in savings, is a mathematical error. The match always comes first, always. The third step is to pay off high-interest debt. Once the starter emergency fund is in place and the employer match is fully captured, the next priority is eliminating any high-interest debt. Specifically, anything carrying an interest rate above roughly 7 or 8%, which in most cases means credit card balances, personal loans, and any consumer debt accumulated at high rates. The reason this step comes before additional investing is straightforward. A credit card charging 20% interest is a guaranteed 20% annual loss on every dollar that sits on that balance. You cannot reliably earn 20% returns in the market. So until that debt is gone, it is actively destroying more value than investing would create. Pay it off with the urgency you would bring to any financial emergency, because in a very real sense, it is one. The fourth step is to fully fund a health savings account if you are eligible. This step surprises a lot of people because health savings accounts are not usually discussed as investment vehicles. But for anyone with a qualifying high-deductible health plan, the Health Savings Account, or HSA, is one of the most powerful wealth-building tools that exists. And here is why it earns this position in the sequence. The Health Savings Account is the only account in the entire tax code that offers a triple tax advantage. Contributions go in pre-tax, reducing your taxable income right now. The money grows completely tax-free inside the account. And withdrawals for qualified medical expenses are also tax-free. No other account does all three. After age 65, the account can be used for any expense at all and is taxed like a traditional retirement account, making it a de facto second retirement account with a medical bonus. If you are eligible, maximizing your HSA before moving on to the next step is one of the smartest moves in this entire sequence. The fifth step is to max out a Roth IRA or traditional IRA. After the employer match is captured and high-interest debt is gone, the next account to prioritize is an individual retirement account, either a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA, depending on your specific tax situation. For most people earlier in their careers, those in lower to moderate tax brackets now who expect to be in a higher bracket later, the Roth IRA is the superior choice. You contribute after-tax dollars today, the investments grow completely tax-free, and you pay nothing in taxes when you withdraw in retirement. The long-term compounding advantage of tax-free growth over decades is enormous. The annual contribution limit changes periodically, so check the current limit for the year you are in. But whatever that number is, filling this account annually is one of the most valuable financial habits you can build. If your income is too high to contribute directly to a Roth IRA, there is a legal strategy called the backdoor Roth that achieves the same result through a different path, worth researching based on your specific situation. The sixth step is to go back and max out your employer retirement account. Once the IRA is fully funded, return to your employer retirement account, your 401k, 403b, or equivalent, and contribute as much as you can up to the annual maximum. At this point, you have already captured the employer match in Step 2. Now you are going beyond the match to take full advantage of the tax-deferred growth this account provides. Contributions to a traditional 401k reduce your taxable income in the year you make them, which can mean a meaningful reduction in your tax bill today, with the growth compounding untaxed until withdrawal in retirement. For high earners, this tax reduction alone can be worth thousands of dollars per year. Maxing this account out before moving to taxable investing is almost always the mathematically correct move. The seventh step is to invest in a taxable brokerage account. If you have followed the sequence to this point and still have money left to invest, first of all, that is an excellent position to be in. Everything from here goes into a standard taxable brokerage account with no annual contribution limits, no restrictions on when you can access the money, and full flexibility in how you invest. In a taxable account, you will pay capital gains taxes on your investment growth when you sell, which is why this account comes last, after all the tax-advantaged space has been used. The eighth step is to build your full emergency fund if you have not already. Somewhere between these investment steps, typically around the time you are funding your IRA or retirement account, you should also be building your emergency fund from the starter $1,000 to $2,000 up to the full 3 to 6 months of living expenses. This does not need to happen in one move. It can be built gradually, in parallel with your investment steps. But it should be complete before you reach the taxable investing stage. The full emergency fund is the foundation that protects the entire investment structure above it. Without it, one serious financial disruption can undo years of carefully built investment progress. The automation layer that makes this entire sequence sustainable. Understanding the order is only half the equation. The other half is execution, and execution without automation is fragile. Life gets busy, income fluctuates, discipline wavers. The people who consistently follow this sequence year after year are almost always the ones who have automated as much of it as possible. Set up automatic payroll deductions to your employer retirement account. Set up automatic monthly transfers to your IRA on payday. Set up automatic contributions to your HSA if you have one. Remove the decision from a moment where emotion or distraction could interfere with it. When the right financial behaviors are wired into the structure of your finances rather than dependent on willpower, they happen reliably, month after month, raise after raise, year after year, and the compound result over a decade is genuinely life-changing. So there it is, the smartest order to invest your money, step by step. Start with a small emergency fund to protect everything else. Capture every dollar of the employer match. That is free money and it always comes first. Eliminate high-interest debt with urgency. Max out your health savings account if you are eligible for one. Fund your Roth IRA or traditional IRA to the annual limit. Go back and max out your employer retirement account. Then direct everything remaining into a taxable brokerage account. And build your full emergency fund in parallel as you move through the sequence. This is not a complicated system, but it is the right system, and following it in the right order is worth far more than simply investing more money in the wrong places. Automate it, follow the sequence. Let compounding do the rest. If this video gave you a clear roadmap, please hit that like button. It truly helps this channel grow. And if you are not subscribed yet, click that button right now so you never miss what is coming next. See you in the next one.